Hello and welcome to the Balanced Roots Pilates class. So today's class is suitable for beginners and intermediates. It's not suitable if you've got osteoporosis, osteopenia or are over 4 months pregnant. Please listen to your own body and work at your own level, and if you feel any lower back pain throughout the class, then please stop the exercise or move down a level. So we're going to begin lying on the mat with our legs bent in what's called the constructive rest position. We have our feet a hip width apart and our knees are in line with our feet and with our hips. So we're forgetting about our day and we're just coming into our body now. So inhale through your nose and you exhale through your mouth. Our arms are nice and long down our side and we're just relaxing as much as we can right now. So make sure the back of your neck's nice and long and that your body's just relaxing as deeply into the mat as possible. So you can imagine that you're lying on a hot beach and your body's just making an imprint in the sand and you're surrendering all of your weight into the mat. So take a few deep breaths here. So inhale deeply and exhale all the air out of your lungs and just start sinking into the mat. So in this position we're relaxing the hip flexor muscles. So you imagine your thigh bones just sinking into your hip bones and that's just going to extend the muscles there. Just feel your whole body relaxing. We want to feel our shoulder blades melting into the mat and the back of the head is just sinking too. Take a few more deep breaths and then we're going to start with the Pilates breathing. So you can put your hand on your chest and on your stomach and we're trying to breathe into our chests here. So we're not abdominal breathing, we're breathing laterally into the rib cage and expanding there. So as you exhale, you can imagine you're blowing through a straw. So we exhale through pursed lips, making you're going to draw your left leg towards you and on the exhale bring the leg closer to you and gently squeeze that in towards the body. So inhale, leg away, and exhale, draw the leg in. So you can imagine a pair of bellows squeezing all the air out as you draw the leg in towards you. And inhale away, and an exhale, drawing in towards you. So we're keeping the back of the body onto the mat. We're not arching in the back, and we're just keeping everything nice and relaxed. Nice gentle movements. Now change legs and exhale, bring that leg towards you. So you should feel a stretch across the groin and also in the bum cheek as well. Just slow flowing movements with the breath. So exhale, bringing that leg in and inhale, the leg draws away from you. And gently squeeze that in towards the body. Bring your feet back to hip width apart. Checking back in with your alignment. You're going to raise your right arm overhead and then scissor the arms as you exhale. So exhale, scissor, inhale, exhale, scissor. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So the back of the neck remaining nice and long. The only movement's coming from the shoulder area. So we're warming up the shoulders here. And then your arms overhead, just over the chest, and reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, release the shoulders down. So we inhale up to the ceiling and exhale, sink the shoulder blades down into the mat. Inhale up and exhale down. So we're just finding our shoulder placement here. So sink those shoulder blades into the mat. The only movement's going to be in the shoulder girdle and then release your hands down. So now just again check back in and you're going to inhale to prepare, and as you exhale you're going to tilt your pelvis towards you, flattening your lower back to the mat, and inhale, tilt the pelvis away from you, creating a little arch in the lumbar spine. So we're just working through now. So you can imagine a bowl of water on your belly. So as you exhale, you're trying to tilt the water towards you, and then as you inhale, you're You're trying to tilt the water away. Find a position in between the two extremes. You can check your pelvis is level with your hands, and there should be a little arch in the lumbar spine. So now we're in neutral pelvic positioning. And now you're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, tilt your pelvis towards you, pushing through the heels and coming up into a shoulder bridge. Inhale at the top and exhale as you lower down. Inhale to prepare, exhale, tilt your pelvis, and then you're coming up bone by bone. So imagine you're peeling a string of pearls off the mat, and then on your way down you're peeling the string of pearls back onto the mat. Your knees are tracking over your feet and staying in line with your hips. We're getting a length from the shoulders all the way to the knees. On the next one, you're going to just try and, as you inhale, bring your hips higher and bring your rib cage lower, and that should really engage in the center area. And now once we're at the top, we're going to pulse up and down. So we inhale down and exhale, pushing back up. So you can either stay at this level, or if you want to push yourself, you can extend the leg towards the ceiling, keeping the foot pointed. And then you're just going to inhale down and exhale up, making sure the pelvis is staying level. You're not tilting to one side, and we're maintaining the height in the hips. And then swap over feet. So we inhale down and exhale up, really pushing through with the bum muscles. You'll use a little bit of a hamstring muscle here as well. Just maintain the height. And then back onto the right leg. So you're going to squeeze with your inner thigh muscle, and that's going to keep your knees tracking over your feet, and you're looking directly at the ceiling. So really sink the foot into the mat and use the abdominals to create the stability in the pelvis, so that's going to stop it rocking from side to side. And then inhale to prepare, and then lower yourself down with control on the exhale, coming down bone by bone, and then hug your knees into your chest. And then just rock from side to side, give yourself a little back massage there. So we're going to interlace our hands, place them behind the head. So take the weight of your head in your hands. You're going to draw the elbows into your peripheral vision and glide the shoulder blades down your back so your back of your neck's nice and long. And then as you exhale, you nod your chin to your chest and you're rolling up through the spine, using the abdominals to really pull yourself up, making sure the pelvis is staying in neutral. You're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, rolling through the spine so the chin nods to the chest first, and then inhale at the top, exhale, lower down. So another one of these. So exhale as we're rising up, really hollow and scoop the abdominals. Don't want them arching up. And then lower yourself down on the exhale. On your next one, you're then going to float the right leg up and lower that down. Float the left leg up and lower that down. And repeat, so it's the right leg coming up, hinging at the hip, keeping the pelvis in neutral, left leg up, and then inhale, come up a little bit higher, exhale, lower yourself down with control there. And then hug your knees into your chest and just give yourself a little massage. Create space around you if you need. So we're going to bring our arms overhead, inhale to prepare, exhale, the arms come over, follow them with the head, neck and shoulders, pull yourself up, and then put your hands behind your head, take the weight, and 3 breaths, and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale, lower yourselves down. So repeat that. Follow the arms with your head and then pull yourself up a little bit higher, creating a nice C curve. Take the weight in your hands. We're going to stay there on 3 breaths. Keep the height, keep going, and then lower yourself down. 1 more. Inhale to prepare, exhale, coming up and over. Imagine yourself curling up over a ball, and then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and lower yourselves down. Well done. Have a full body stretch. So really reach long, feel the length from your fingertips to your feet, and just relax there. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Now walk your hands and your feet over to the left hand side. Keep the pelvis in the same position and just feel the breath into the right hand side of the body. So you should feel a lovely stretch all along the right. And then walk your hands and legs over to the other side. And again, feel that stretch in the left hand side of the body. Try and breathe all the breath into the left hand side of the rib cage. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're breathing into the rib cage and not into the belly here. And then walk your hands back to center. Bring your feet back into a hip width apart. Knees are bent. Arms start overhead again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling forward, and grab the right hand side of your leg. Pull yourself on the diagonal, and 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. So keep the height. Back to the center, and then lower yourselves down. So repeat to the other side. So arms overhead, rolling up. Grab the left hand side of the legs and pull your armpit to hip. So we're closing the connection there. So 3 breaths here. Really feel it along the side muscles, the obliques. Keep the height. Return to center. Lower down. 1 more on each side now. So inhale, exhale, rolling through, and then twist, keeping the head, neck and shoulders square to the body. We're just aiming for the armpit to the hip, keeping that C curve. Keep breathing, back to the center, and then lower down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, following the arms with the eyes, and then take the weight of the head in your hands. Don't want to see any lowering now. Keep it up, and then return to center. Lower down, and then hug your knees into the chest, and just have a little relax there. If it feels better, you can do a full body stretch where you stretch the arms and legs long, whatever feels best to you right now. If you have tight hips or hamstrings, you may want a block or a pillow underneath you. So just place that down, or you can just sit on the mat. And we're going to sit cross-legged. So get cross-legged, and then you're going to swap over. So swap your legs the other way around. So we're just trying to even out how we usually sit. Find the sit bones, sit up nice and tall on them, and then just extend through the back of the neck. And we're going to reach up with the right arm and bending over. And so it's an inhale, exhale, reaching over on the diagonal. Don't collapse in the waist, so it's an up and over. And then 1 more. So inhale, arm goes up, exhale, reaching over. We're not leaning forward or back, keeping the back nice and straight like you're between 2 panes of glass. Feel a nice stretch in the side of the body now. Exhale all the air out as you're reaching over. So sitting back up nice and tall, sitting in the sitting bones. Extend the arms, reaching side to side, and then we're twisting through the spine. So we inhale nice and tall, exhale rotating round. So we're keeping everything square on, the shoulders are away from the ears. We're working through the thoracic spine, so we're rotating in the rib cage. So it's quite a small movement on this one. And feel yourself growing taller as you come back to the center and lower the arms down. So extend the arms again. Inhale to prepare, exhale. We're rotating round and then twisting over. So as we come round, you turn the back palm and you're going to look towards that palm. So exhale, coming over, and then inhale, coming back to the center. So really hollow and scoop the abdominal muscles as you're coming over and look towards that back hand and come back to center. Rotating round to your left on the exhale. Reaching forward, reach, reach, reach. Coming back up, back to center. And then exhale, reach, reach, reach round. Doing a mini version of the saw here. So usually you'd have your legs extended. This version's a little bit easier, but still challenging on the abdominals and the obliques. Keep the hips firmly planted in the mat, so we want to feel the weight of them keeping us grounded. Last one. Exhale as you come round. Keep the hips firmly planted in the mat, so we want to feel the weight of them keeping us grounded. If you're sitting on a block, you can come off the block, and we're coming onto the side of the body. So line yourself up with the back of the mat. So we want a nice straight line through the back of the body, so the back of the neck's nice and long. You're not sinking in the waist, so the top hip's on top of the bottom hip. Your shoulders are stacked on each other and your feet are in line with your bum. And you're going to keep your feet together and exhale, open the leg. Inhale, lower it down with control. Keep the top shoulder away from the ears and keep the length through the back of the body. So exhale, open the knee, and inhale, lower it down. So you're squeezing the bum muscle just right by the hip. The abdominals are engaged, but the rest of the body is nice and relaxed. So the shoulders, the neck, and the arms. Now you're going to extend your top leg long, and you're going to exhale, point the foot and raise the leg. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, rise, and inhale, lower. If you want an added challenge, you can extend the bottom leg too, and making sure that we're not rocking around in the pelvis, so we've engaged our abdominals to keep that all stable. And then if you want another challenge, you can raise your arm up to the ceiling, just making sure everything's staying nice and aligned, so the only movement's coming in the hip. Just thinking length through the body, so it's more about the length than the height here. So now we're drawing circles with the leg, so we inhale for half a circle and exhale for half a circle. So really squeeze the bum to get the leg behind you, and then inhale as it comes around. And then reverse direction. So inhale and exhale, really thinking about the length. Get a nice flowing circle. We're making sure they're circles and they're not squares or oblongs or hexagons. Nice and controlled. And give your bum a little pat. Take your block or your pillow, you're going to place that under your head. You're going to have your legs at 90 degrees, your knees at 90 degrees. Just check back in with your alignment, make sure your hips are on top of each other, your feet are together, and then we're going to have our arms together. Inhale to prepare, exhale, open up. So we're stretching across the chest. Inhale, close the book. Make sure the pelvis is staying in neutral, creating length from fingertip to fingertip. Inhale, close the book. So nice stretch across the chest. Make sure your hips are not moving. And we're rotating through the thoracic spine here. Your eyes are following your hands, so we're waking up the neck. And inhale, rotating back round. Exhale through the mouth, and then inhale through the nose into the rib cage. So remove your block, and then we're going to come round over to the other side. So again, take the time to line yourself up with the back of the mat. So we want to keep everything in line, so our feet are level with our bum. We've still got a natural curve in the lumbar spine, in the lower back. And back of the neck's nice and long, and our head's resting heavy on our shoulder. And inhale to prepare, exhale, open the knee, really squeeze the bum muscles. Inhale, lower the knee. Exhale, and inhale. So, as the name of the exercise suggests, it's like a clam, opening and closing. Just find your range of movement. So it's going to vary from person to person, but make sure your hips are nice and steady. And then extend the top leg. So inhale and exhale, extend and rise. And again, think about the length. If you want an added challenge again, you can extend the bottom leg. Or if last time you extended the top arm as well, you can do that. Just make sure everything's nice and stable, so we're not wobbling in the pelvis. We're not wobbling in the upper body either. We're thinking length, so you can imagine someone pulling your leg from the foot, pulling from the hip socket. Really focus on the movement coming from the hip, so the knee's not moving. And then we're going to draw some circles on the far wall. Just make sure the circles aren't too big that you're wobbling all over the place. We're keeping nice and stable, all the movements from the hip socket. And then reverse direction. So little circles, inhaling for half and exhaling for half. If you feel yourself wobbling, make the circles smaller. We want them nice and controlled. Give your bum a little pat and then find your block or your pillows and place that under your head. Check back with your alignment and then get the knees in front of you, the legs bent, and then inhale to prepare, exhale, open up, inhale, coming back round. So really enjoy the stretch across the front of the body and the movement of the neck and the head. This should be a really enjoyable exercise after the work we've been doing. Exhale, open up. Inhale, closing back round. Keep an eye on the hips, make sure they're not moving. So we're only moving through the spine. And last one, exhale and really feel the twisting in the spine. And then inhale back to the center. And then you're going to be coming onto your front. You're going to make a triangle with your hand, place your forehead in the triangle, and just take some time to sink your body into the mat. So we want everything from the middle of the back down, nice and relaxed, and we're going to do little extensions of the back. So tiny little movement, exhaling, lowering down with control. And you're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, you're extending, keeping your eyes looking down at the mat. Inhale at the top, exhale, coming back down. So it's an inhale to prepare, exhale, coming up, using the middle of the back. So this shouldn't be going into your lower back. Repeat this. If you feel anything going into your lower back, then you can engage your abdominals, and that should protect the lumbar spine. Now you're going to keep your head on the mat. You're going to tuck your right toes under, push through the heel. It's going to rise the knee up, and then you're going to kick towards your bum, keeping the knee off the mat. And then on your left leg, extend and then kick towards the bum. We want to be pushing through the heel. That brings the knee off the floor, and then you squeeze the bum muscle to kick the leg towards you. Inhale, tuck, exhale, extend and kick. Then if you want an added challenge, you can come up as long as your lower back's okay. So keep the abdominals engaged so you're not sinking in at the back. You're going to perform the same. So exhale as you kick your foot towards you. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're pushing down so you're not collapsing in the shoulder girdle. And you're looking straight ahead. So we're keeping length through the back of the body. We're not collapsing the vertebrae here. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, extend and kick. Your pelvis is nice and level, so we're trying to keep that as stable as we can as we're kicking towards our bum. Really extend the leg as you're doing this, so extend from the hip to the knee. That's going to keep the knee off the ground. Lower yourself down and then push yourself back into child's pose to counteract the extension work we've done there. If you find you can't put your bum on your heels, you can put a block there, or you can spread the knees wider. Push into your hands, and that's going to push your bum right onto your heels. Just take some deep breaths into the lower back. Just focus your attention there, and then the breath will come there. You're going to walk your hands over to the left hand side, and now just focus your breath onto the right hand side of the body and feel a stretch and lengthening across the whole of the right hand side of the body. So inhale through the nose as deep as you can, and then exhale all the air out of the lungs. And then walk your hands over to the right. Feel a nice stretch along the left hand side of the body now. So really try and breathe into the left hand side of the rib cage. You can focus your attention there, and the breath will follow it. And another breath, and then you're going to walk your hands back into the center. You can come sitting on your toes, bouncing on your toes, wake the toes up, and then you're going to push through your heels, and you're going to roll up through the spine, bone by bone. So we're stacking ourselves back up. So inhale to prepare, exhale, doing the roll down. So roll down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, engaging the abdominals, and then inhale at the bottom, exhale, rolling back up. Keeping the weight even over the feet, so we're not rocking forward or back. Inhale at the top, and exhale. Imagine you're coming over a fence, So you really want to holler and scoop, so you don't want to touch the electric fence like a piece of wallpaper coming off the ball, so bone by bone, and then just walk through the legs, stretching out the hamstrings, and then inhale and exhale, rolling back up. So now you're going to shift your weight over to your left leg, really plant the foot down, and then grab the right foot, pulling that towards you. If you need for the balance, you can stand by a wall to support you, but make sure you're not tilting your pelvis in this, so the pelvis is staying in neutral. Really push through the big toe, and that will create a zip through the center of the body, and then plant your right foot down and pull your left foot towards you. So we're stretching the quads in the front of the thigh now, so big breaths into that area of the body, and just enjoy the stretch after the work there. Find a point on the horizon and focus on that, and that's going to assist your balance. And a couple more breaths, and then you can lower that leg down. And inhale your shoulders up to the ears, exhale, rotating them round. Inhale up, and then feel the shoulder blades gliding down the back as you rotate the shoulders down. So we're opening up the chest. We're just making sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed, and then just let your body free. So just let everything swing. We want everything as loose as possible for the rest of the day. Just feel the freedom of movement, move however your body wants, and then just come back in, standing up nice and tall with the string coming from the crown of the head. And I hope you all enjoyed the class. Thank you very much.